You're listening to the ThePuffCast live with the Nightly Toker. What's up, guys? This is the ThePuffCast. We're going to say this is a bonus episode because this is not a Puffcast night. It's Wednesday. We don't broadcast on Wednesday, but you know what? We decided, hey, and I say we. You know, it's just me. It's just me. The we just comes with the title of we. I don't know why. I'm a little lifted. I've done 2 bowls on my solo air riser already. It's fantastic. Fantastic. But you know what? I figured it, we're going to pop on real quick, do a quick little sesh. Little pick and a flick. So you know what? This is a bonus episode. It's not episode 31. That's tomorrow night. This is just a bonus episode of the ThePuffCast. And of course, I'm your host, the Nightly Toker. Oh, I hear somebody walking. No, it's got to be the dog. Yep, it's the dog. Because she heard my voice. She's thinking, does he have food? Now, I put up a gate, hopefully to stop the dog. And the dog just fucking got out. Really? You bitch. She is a smart little bitch. And I say that, I love my dog. I really do. But I don't like her coming downstairs, or any of the dogs coming downstairs, without myself or my wife, or the kids if they're down here during the day. But she will always find a way. She's like MacGyver. Alright. You know what? We're 2.5 minutes into this, and we haven't even taken a puff! Oh my god! And there's the other dog thumping around saying, I'm alone now! It's wiener time, because that's exactly what he likes to do. He's a fixed male, but we suspect that he used to be like a puppy mill stud kind of thing, right? Because he was fixed long after puberty, because he's got a wang like literally 7.5 inches long. It's big, like seriously big, and he's a little dog. Think of 2 chihuahuas shoved together, that size. Not big. Anyways, so he's probably run upstairs like, I'm alone, I'm gonna have some happy time. But you know what, we've got a bowl loaded up real quick. It's Platinum Bubba Kush in the E-Vode. Just hopefully this doesn't create any smell, because it's been kind of wafting upstairs no matter what I do. Alright, turn the pan on, push the button the right amount of times. That's 5. Alright, let's get a good burn on this. Now this coil is kind of fucked, unfortunately, so whew. Now, unfortunately, because this coil is a little messed up, I'm finding I really have to hold it down for a good while to get decent combustion. Only problem with doing that is I end up burning the very bottom layer, like charcoal style. Coil's fucked up, and it's only got coil in the middle. Then there's a huge gap in the middle of that. So picture a circle with a circle, right? That's the coil fucked up. Right? Does that make sense? It does to me. Right. It's not working out pretty well. So I need a new pen or new pen or a new vape. I don't know. I don't really have the money right now to do it. But I'll figure something out, or if somebody wants to offer to send me something cool, that'd be cool. Throwing that out there. But whatever. Gotta find something that I could smoke, in a pen or a vape, because I gotta control that smoke. I can't have it wafting. And even with the smoke odor eliminator candle and the Juicy J incense and a fan blowing the fucking smoke back towards me, plus still using a smoke buddy, the smoke from the Evode, a little bit gets out and it has wafted through the house at night. Now, it could also be because it's really warm. So I think that he's just carrying it up, right? Or maybe it's getting, stuck in the top of the stairwell. Then when I go upstairs to get a drink or a snack, I'm letting it waft out. I don't know. So tonight, as a precaution, extra precaution, I've got my air purifier with the ionizer on level 3, because it kind of helps filter air. I've got a Glade Sensi bar thing down here on top of the dryer. I've got my smoke odor eliminator candle right in front of me. I've got my brand new smoke buddy in front of me. I've got a Juicy J incense stick bottom of the stairs. I've got the fan pointing right next to that, blowing towards me. That smoke is going up the stairs, and any smells from heading towards the fan is being blown back. I also have another Sensi bar fucking wax thing at the top of the stairs. If there is any damn smell that's wafting out of this basement, I don't know what I'm going to do. So that's why the first part of my session earlier was all on the solo airizer. That way, it's just vapor. There's next to no... There's a little bit of tinge to it to smell, but it dissipates so quickly. It doesn't really smell like weed. So, hopefully these are enough precautions. I think it's totally overkill, but I'm just surprised my wife hasn't said, okay, you got to start smoking outside. Now, I don't mind smoking outside, but sometimes I just want to sit in my chair, because where I go to smoke outside where I'm not bothering anybody, I gotta walk a little ways and then sit on a bench that's not very comfortable. And I risk people walking by, because it's kind of like about 8 feet from the basically main trail between this area, which is commonly used. Now, at night, thankfully, when I have gone out there, I haven't seen anybody come across. But I'm not out there very often. So, I don't know. So whenever I want to smoke a joint, that's where I gotta go. Because my wife doesn't want me smoking those in the backyard anymore. Which is fine. I respect that, right? Looks like I've always preached, I don't let my shit interfere with anybody else. And that includes my family. Right? So, speaking of that, jumping on to, you're having it not affect my family. We're going to kind of run with that conversation a little bit. For your family or your spouse, husband, wife, whatever, right? If they asked you to stop smoking weed, would you? I'm really curious to know what you guys would say. So after you've heard this episode, because we're not live, check us out on either Massroots. No, you know what? We're probably not going to post it. We're going to post it on Twitter. You know what? We will. Twitter, Instagram, and Massroots. We'll be posting it all by the time this this episode gets put online. You'll be able to find our question on all those platforms. Or you can email it directly to us, ThePuffCast@gmail.com. But I really want to know, if your partner asked you to quit smoking weed, would you? Really, what would you do? Right. Now, a good buddy of mine, I've known him for a few years, he asked me this question. What would he was kind of getting into a new relationship a while back, and he asked me, he's like, what would you do? And of course, we were actually kind of talking about it recently, but he asked me my opinion because I think somebody had asked him in the past. So, I would respect if my wife said, okay, if she said I don't think she would ever ask. See, that's the thing. I don't think my wife would ever ask me to stop smoking weed. She did kind of imply before that to dial it back at times, right? Especially when there's extra guests around or whatever. So I respect that. I've done that completely. If my wife said, can I take it outside and go to, where I go, which is out in the field and through the trees, which is kind of annoying. But at the same time, still kind of nice. But it's kind of hard to do when you have a pen and all the shit, unless you bring all that stuff with you. Or unless I smoke a joint. And I don't really like to smoke joints too much anymore because you burn through a lot. But if she asked me to move my shit out, basically, and smoke outside, away from the house, I would. If she asked me to quit smoking weed, I would. Yeah. Because I don't need it. I enjoy it. I think we all enjoy it. But I can't survive without it, right? It definitely helps a lot of things, my mental health being one of them. But, if she was willing to have me kind of go back into some of my old ways of being, because I think I'm more of a jerk when I don't smoke pot that much, right? I think that's just my mentality and everything I got going on. I'm a jerk sometimes. And I think smoking weed kind of helps calm me down more and gives me a little bit more patience. Because I have zero patience, like 90% of the time. Weed helps me with that and helps me with my depression and my anxiety. Because my anxiety, all you know when you're anxious, for most people, is how to be mad and angry. And even though I know I have to identify that as something else, that's all I revert to. Basic instinct, right? So, I would sacrifice, I would give it up for my wife and my family, right? But would you? That's the question. So, let me know. Let me know. Because I would love to know, what would you do? It's a tough one. I think there's a lot of people who would say, fuck that, no. But as much as I love weed, I love my wife more. Right? So I would give it up. However, I would barter at the same time. I wouldn't just straight give it up. But I'd ask, okay, is there alternatives to, is it the leaf? Because if it's just mainly the leaf and the potential smell, then I would just switch to straight e-juice, because there's zero smell with e-juice, baby. You get some nicely infused e-juice, and you can use that shit anywhere. And the high is completely different. Completely different. It's very relaxing. I have to smoke a lot of it to get any real desired effect. But, it's still a nice high. When I smoked e-juice straight, basically no leaf, about a week. And, I was really getting into it. I haven't had any e-juice for a while. Not since probably when I first started the ThePuffCast. I think I was kind of using the e-juice again because I was pretty much out of leaf. That was rough, because I've never gone without leaf for such a long time. I've always had too much of it, right? I've been the guy who's giving it away to other people. I always supply. I always help people out. Now, the complete opposite. And that's how fast the topic can change, right? We just fly around. But you know what? I notice. I'm gonna say one thing. I have to crack open this Evo here, and I don't think I put very much into it when I loaded it up, because I don't think that was a super huge hit. But this bowl is done. But it's fine. It's fine. Hello, dog. All right. So it is June 28th. We're nearing the end of the month, and July 1st, Canada Day. I'm a proud Canadian, and it's Canada's 150th birthday. So I think